So my brother rented the Supra for a few days. It's a car he's interested in getting pretty soon. But while we have the car, why not test it out against the M3? The M3 is for sure gonna lose. It's heavier, has less power, less torque. But more so, I'm curious to see how big the gap's gonna be. My red line is a good amount higher, almost 2,000 more RPM to work with. But yeah, after stating all those things, yeah, it has 335 horsepower. Technically the crank numbers are lower than my car because that car has 415, but we know that these cars are notorious for being rated hella low, so it's definitely more than that. It's definitely more than 335. So I would say it's probably pushing like 350 wheel, and when I dynoed the M3 it only put down 340. So you put it in a heavier car with less torque, it's definitely gonna lose. But we're gonna get a few clips just to see how it is. And I did get to experience it inside the car as well, so it's been pretty cool. We raced it with the Corvette as well. So far, and my impressions of it are it's pretty comfortable. It has good amount of torque, which the S65 is not familiar with. And yeah, it's pretty comfortable and it cruises pretty good. There's a reason why these get good MPG. The cruising RPMs are pretty low. But yeah, we're gonna test it out in sport, so that's what we're in right now. I did notice in the sport mode, it does have backfires even with the stock exhaust. So I don't know if that's a characteristic of the B58. I think it is, because a lot of B58s do backfire. But yeah, no, it has a good punch. Yeah, you hear that right there? Hit another one. Like to. Oh my God, is this stock exhaust?
Yeah, it is stock. It's all stock.
Right, that's wild. Okay, this would be interesting to race against the M3 for sure. I'm curious. All right, we're gonna hit a first gear. Let's get it. Can't lie, the car sounds pretty good, man. The B58 sounds good. It's not working. Damn, we roasted the hell out of first. Do a little quick walk around and talk about the specs. This is a 2020 Supra, so it's an A90. They're rated at 335 crank horsepower and then 360 torque. But oftentimes when you do put these on the dyno, they either put down the crank numbers or a little higher. Really depends on how the dyno is reading, and also it'll depend on the actual car itself, because you know, some will read higher, some will read lower, but overall it should put down about at least the crank figures. So they underrated this car from factory. I believe it's about 3,300 pounds, something like that, maybe like mid 3,300. So it's a lot lighter than typical BMWs, but that's probably because it's a Toyota. It does have the B58 engine. Red lines to about 6,500, but on the tack it looks like it goes up to 7. I don't know if there's a fuel cutoff. Yeah, it's a little dirty because it rained earlier this week, or actually later this week. But it's a pretty cool car. It does sound really good. This is my first time experiencing a stock one, because my first experience of this car was actually a decently modified one. It should have been around 500 wheel, and yeah, it was a pretty modified one. I can link it in the description below. But we actually did a pull in front of a cop, specifically a launch. The cop was not radaring good, which was good, but he was there. So we brought out Kevin's Corvette. We don't even have to say what we're doing, but I guess I'll do it if you're new to the channel. But we're gonna compare these two cars going the speed limit against each other. Calvin texted me when he was pulling up that this is a force to be reckoned with, so I guess we have to figure out if that's true or not. But we're gonna find a spot to get these comparisons because there was a cop at the original location. So yeah, we're gonna probably hit like a what are we gonna hit, like a third gear?
I don't know.
Third gear, second gear, something like that.
Realistically, they should be close.
Yeah, it should be close. If I were to predict, well, first of all, I'm in the Supra, so that makes it unfair a little bit because that's a passenger. I'm about 180, so it's like significant weight. But I think the Supra might get out about half for one car. We'll see. Yeah, 50, because Calvin, he spun second, so we're gonna do 50 now. Second gear, 40. Let's get it lined up. Hand it off to Calvin to get the footage of me getting gapped.
I smoked the Supra though.
No! So that concludes the speed comparison. So the M3, it has a full exhaust. It has the X pipe with high flow cats and then a valved exhaust for the axle back. So that's the only mod done to that car. But the stock, or the Supra, is completely stock. It is a rental as well because we're testing it out. Just make sure to comment below for him to pick one up so that he can buy one this year. And yeah, I think it was interesting comparisons. Let me know what you thought about it. We did We did 2 or 3 50 rolls in second gear, and then we did one 65 in third, and that was the last one. But yeah, and also there was a cop in that footage if you were able to catch that, but maybe not. More.